Hey, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be bringing out the Christmas decorations and we're going to be doing some holiday decor. I have been doing this a little bit early the last few years just because I typically like to take all of the decorations down on New Year's Day just to start the year fresh, and I'm usually kind of over Christmas by that point. And I know everybody's timeline is a little bit different, but I wanted to do it a little earlier this year so that it's up longer than just 4 weeks. In this video, I'm also going to be sharing a super simple DIY gingerbread syrup that you can add to your coffee to make gingerbread lattes. Perfect for when you're decorating for the holidays. We're going to enjoy our gingerbread lattes and decorate, but also just throughout the entire season, and a healthier alternative to some of the syrups in the stores. I'm also going to be decorating the front porch and adding just a few new goodies to our Christmas decor collection. And yeah, get comfy cozy and let's go ahead and jump right in. Before I bring out the decorations, of course, I have been clearing out the fall decor, slowly reorganizing that and bringing it to the shack, and then pulling out the Christmas decor. So it's still kind of a little cluttered while we pull everything out and sort through it. I'm also going to reorganize everything before it goes back in the shack for next year. So anything that needs to be donated or tossed, I'm going to be doing that this year. And so we're bringing all of the boxes out and doing a little bit of an inventory, and I did that in my last video with my fall decorations as well. Once I look through the bins and decide if anything needs to be tossed or donated, I then start slowly pulling everything out, and I clear out the areas that I'm going to be decorating. So wherever the tree's going to go, I usually deep clean that area of any pet dander, dust, move anything that might be in that space, and just prepare it for the Christmas tree. So that's what I'm going to do here. Usually around the edges of our house, we have pet dander and stuff that I try to clean pretty regularly, but especially if I'm going to be moving things around, putting a Christmas tree there, I want to make sure it's really clean. And I'll even clean that area of the floor too. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first, and then I'm going to bring out the Christmas tree, which we got this at a 50% off Hobby Lobby sale. I think it was the day after Christmas, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. We absolutely love it. It made the move with us to Tennessee, and I love it because you can just put it together super quick, plug it in, and it's ready to go. And I think it's just really lush and beautiful looking. And I usually add 1 or 2 small things to my Christmas collection every year, but definitely try to keep it minimal. And my style of decorating has sort of changed over the years. And since our house now is kind of more of that cottage feel, up against a really pretty forest and everything, I just kind of go for a little bit more of that nostalgic, warm Christmas feel. So we're going to pull everything out and slowly start decorating. A great time to make some hot chocolate or gingerbread lattes, turn on some Christmas music, and just relax and enjoy the decorating. The kids love to get involved, and we try to make it a family ordeal. Last year, I found these wood bead garlands at Walmart, and I did a few fun DIY Christmas videos last year. I'm going to put a link to those in the description box, but I'm also going to do some more this year. So I have lots of DIY Christmas decor and even Christmas gift videos. If you look back in my queue, I have so many different videos that I've made over the years, but I really liked these beads. Again, I kind of go for the more nostalgic feel. I'm going to add that to the tree first, and then I'm going to let the kids put the ornaments on the tree, the ones that they choose. And also they requested candy canes to put on the tree as well, so we got some of those from Walmart, and they're going to put those on the tree. And then I let them decide where we were going to place all of the other Christmas decor. And we're pretty centric to the living space, so the living room is where we put most of the decor, and then we do a lot on the front porch, and we put some in our garden farm area, a little bit over by our garage, but nothing too crazy. So we focus mostly on the living room and the front porch when it comes to Christmas decor. Growing up, my grandma lived in Michigan, and we would often go back to visit her for the holidays. And she had a grand piano. On her grand piano, she had this whole city for Christmas, and it was just mesmerizing. I would sit and stare at it with all of these houses, and she was the queen of decorating for Christmas. I only have a few. I have my gingerbread house and a few other fun little sort of glass ceramic houses that I've found and collected over the years. The boys are filling the gingerbread house with some Dubai chocolate we found at Costco, so yummy. And then those LED flickering lights, just to make it a little easier for me. I've been trying to use the LED lights just so I don't have to worry about fire hazard. So we're putting those inside of the houses, and I love cardinals. So I've collected a few pieces the last few years to decorate with, especially since moving here where I get to see cardinals every single day. And then I have a few pieces I've had for years that I just reuse, like this one on my coffee table. And then I am going to reorganize the bins. I have some of the DIYs I've made, some of the cards, and I'm just going to reorganize before everything goes back. Sometimes I'm in a little bit of a hurry when I put everything away and I'm not as organized. So this year I want to be much better about it. Whatever doesn't get brought out to decorate this year, I'm going to make sure it goes back into the shack nice and clean and organized, and I'm going to do the same when I put it away this January. So I'm going to put my wreath on the door, and I like this combination. Again, I made the little bells last year, so I will link that video in the description. And then I also got these hanging beads that say Noel. That was another Walmart find. So I love to do this combo with the wreath on the door, and I just feel like it looks so old-fashioned and nostalgic. I like it a lot. All right, so we're going to take a quick break from decorating and jump into making our gingerbread latte syrup. You can make this ahead of time and keep it for up to a week and use for your gingerbread lattes. I'm going to start with a saucepan with a little bit of water in it. I'm going to put some brown sugar and a few different spices like cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and clove, and I will have the amounts, the ingredients, and the recipe in the description box. I also will be adding some maple syrup and a little bit of vanilla paste. I'm going to let that cook until it has the consistency of a syrup. Going to let that cool down, and I'm going to put it in a glass jar and refrigerate it for up to a week. You only really need a small spoonful. I would say about a teaspoon, maybe two, depending on how rich you like it, to add to your latte. And we love our espresso machine, which we got last fall. We use it religiously, and we love to make all sorts of different lattes at home, whether it's a pumpkin spice latte or a gingerbread latte. I highly recommend trying this out. It is so tasty, and we've been obsessing on these. As one of the new Christmas decor pieces I picked up from Walmart this year, I had to get the snowman mugs. Super, super cute. So I'm using the top hat today to make my gingerbread latte. So it was definitely chilly on the day that we decorated. We actually decorated a day after it snowed here in Tennessee. The weather has been all over the place, so it's been like warm and then cold, which is typical for November. But after we were enjoying our lattes, Byron went out to get started on the front porch decor. I was removing the leftover remnants of the fall decor, like the mums, and just replacing that with the Christmas decor. And then I'm going to turn over our daybed. I get a lot of questions about our daybed. I just found it on Overstock when we moved here. I knew I wanted a front porch daybed, and I haven't had any issues. It is covered, our front porch, so it doesn't get rained on or snowed on or anything. And even if it does snow or rain, it's pushed back far enough that it's not really affected by that. The humidity doesn't seem to be a problem, and I'm always just changing and turning it over. So yeah, I do get like, a few bugs in there, but I clean it, I would say, once a week or once every other week. I like to turn it over during the holidays. So right now I'm putting a Christmas-themed blanket, and I'm going to put some Christmas-themed pillows. And I just like having a front porch daybed. It makes the front porch look really cozy and inviting. And it hasn't been as high maintenance as I anticipated, to be honest. So I really like that as well. And the kids do too, especially when it's freshly cleaned. It's a nice place to kind of lay down and relax, but the dogs also like it there too. I like to put 2 red bows leading up the staircase to the house, which is super cute. And then I just got this new tree from Walmart this year. This is one of the new goodies, and it is so bright. I could see it all the way from the end of the street, and we are on a cul-de-sac, so we're on the very end against a forest, but it shines so bright. We recently went to Costco and picked up a lot of fun Christmas goodies, and I had to get their hand soap collection. These all smell amazing, so you have to go check out all of the Christmas goodies at Costco. We got the Dubai chocolate and lots of fun. There's a lot of great stocking stuffer ideas there as well. And then I got this adorable candle decor truck from Walmart, so that was one of the new items this year as well. And just all the fun twinkly lights that I used for the fall decor and transitioned into the winter decor. So that completes this day of decorating and getting into the holiday spirit. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you try out that gingerbread latte, and let me know when you typically decorate for the holidays. Keep your eyes out for tons of new content coming in the next few weeks before Christmas, and I'll see you very soon in my next video.